Nuggets are tied with the Lakers. We know the Lakers have issues. So the second round sets up to be Spurs, Nuggets. And if you're going to catch San Antonio, it's going to be right now. Because you're going to say, maybe they don't have the experience. Maybe you have everything that lines up as far as championship experience yourself. They have 7 guys that can shoot 40% or more from three-point range. And Jokic is still the best player in the game. Right. And he seemed to have 0 problems being guarded by Victor Wembanyama.
Your mic's off.
Oh.
We're going to fix that on.
Let
me say
thank you, Stephen.
There we go. I'm looking out. Here's the deal. Nikola Jokic is unreal. I don't know how to put into words how phenomenal this dude is. I mean, you see him going up against Wemby. He comes up to Wemby's shoulders, okay? Fall away, one-legged jump shot floating over Wembanyama. Finishes the game with 40 points, 13 assists, and 8 rebounds and 3 blocks. I'm running out of words to say about Nikola Jokic. And let me be very, very clear to all the Nikola Jokic lovers out there. He should be a part, don't think it escapes me, he should be a part of every MVP conversation. The league MVP conversation, it shouldn't exist without him.
We're too used to it.
We're so used to it, but we know who he is and what he deserves. Having said that, I want to say this, and I'm going to make this statement right here, right now. The Lakers, first of all, Lakers, and we'll talk about them later, but they're done. I mean, without Austin Reeves, without Luka Doncic, you have no chance. You have no chance unless you have both of them in the lineup with LeBron.
But they could come back in the postseason.
That's what I said. If they come back. That's different. If they don't come back, they're done. It's just that simple. Here's what I want to say about the Denver Nuggets. Jamal Murray is that dude. Everybody, I don't know how many times this is before he became an all-star. This is before he became an all-star, y'all. All right? I've been saying this for years. That brother shows up in big moments. He shows up in the postseason. And if this brother, Jamal Murray, is clicking, Denver can beat anyone if he's clicking. Because we're assuming Jokic is going to be Jokic. The combination of Jokic and Murray has such a profound impact. You can't omit or dismiss any possibility with the Denver Nuggets if both of them are clicking.
The problem, Stephen A., is...
Not you with that microphone.
Mic ain't working. This is all right.
This is a little different. All right. Usually the politician has the microphone, but I'm going to take it from President Stephen A. right here.
I approve that message, absolutely.
Denver has to do it this year. Like, when you look at their roster, when you look at Jokic's age, he's not old, but this roster is set up to win this season. When you see Oklahoma City and their championship equity, you see San Antonio, you know they're coming. A lot of times, Stephen, and we've seen this, the most desperate team wins the NBA title. Dallas in 2011, they knew this was our last run with Dirk, and they saw everything that was coming. They saw Oklahoma City coming. They beat the Lakers. That was the thing. For Denver, I think right now with Jokic playing the way that he's playing, him having 0 problems being guarded by Victor Wembanyama, if Jamal Murray is healthy, this is their best chance for the next several seasons.
You know how fun it was to watch Wemby go against Jokic? I mean, this is the best 1-2 punch
Wemby is, we're so lucky to have Wemby. We're so lucky to have him. He's a superstar, and he's special. His personality, his game, the whole bit. Mad love for Wemby and the Spurs overall, because I love Castle as well, and I've always loved my man De'Aaron Fox. But I'm going to also say this, something to pay attention to. Clutch time points. Denver shot 53% in this game. San Antonio only 35%. We have to monitor that, because all we have to hold against the San Antonio Spurs is their youth. We're looking at them, and we're looking at a guy like Harrison Barnes, a champion, De'Aaron Fox, who's been in the playoffs before with the epic 7-game series against the Warriors. And we're like, okay, you got that, but their youth is still something that all of us have question marks when you compare that to Oklahoma City, LA, Denver, etc. That's the only thing. And against Denver, they showed you how that could hinder them. Yeah. That's it.
To your point, Jokic 3 for 4 from the floor in overtime, where Wemby only had 2 points. So that goes to that point exactly where that could be a problem in terms of experience. Coming up here on First Take, which program would benefit more from winning a national championship tonight? Is it UConn or is it Michigan?
Of the Frenchmen, take a listen.
Here's that MVP matchup. Jokic fading away.
You cannot see a better basketball game than that.
It was genuinely an unbelievable game if you didn't see it. And obviously, this moment is the kind of thing that as a basketball fan you dream of. The great one throwing it up and over the unstoppable young kid and getting it to go there. What did we take away from that? Shump, what did we take away from what Jokic and the Nuggets did in an absolute thriller over San Antonio?
Well, first of all, thank you to both of them for making sure that we were entertained to watch this game. But what we got to see is Nikola Jokic saying, hey, I'm still big bruh. I know you've been, making noise around the league. You've been calling people out in interviews. Your post-game interviews have been great. But now I'm going to show you that we're both going to go against each other. You're having a good game. I'm having a Jokic game. This is a regular sighting for Nikola Jokic, and he went out there to prove that. No turnovers is the thing that jumped out on paper because I feel like he took this personal as a matchup to say, hey, man, I understand all the hype around you and everything, but I'm just going to continue to go at you. Like right there, you see him get his shot blocked. Doesn't matter. Corrals the miss, gets it right back, goes right back into the chest of Victor Wembanyama. I think this was great for Victor as well. Get his first, little dose of a little belt. And then now you make sure you go out there and you carve your work and get into the first round of the playoffs and make sure that you're ready to face some of the juggernauts in the West.
Tim, I feel like most of the conversations we've had about the top of the Western Conference have been about two teams. Should it be three?
I don't think the Nuggets have ever been completely out of that conversation just because this is a proven championship core with arguably the best player in the game in Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, a co-star who's, by the way, having the best season of his career. They've dealt with a lot of injuries throughout the course of the season. Aaron Gordon is back. He was huge in this game. But, man, I needed a cigarette after watching this game. This was pure cinema between two of the most unique, dominant talents in the game day. Please, basketball gods, like you gifted the Mavericks Cooper flag, gift the world 7 games of this in the second round. And then this game increased the odds significantly. These teams will run into each other in the Western Conference semifinals.
Let's see if we wind up getting that. It could easily wind up being the 2-3 matchup. All right, more NBA as we go. But next up, they cut down the nets yesterday in Phoenix.
Here we go. UCLA, South Carolina.
I want to win.
Rice at 3. You bet. What a finish to the first for the Bruins. Jaquez. You bet.
Giving my everything every round. Win, 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 win. The way to defeat is a heavy sound.
It is raining baby blue in Phoenix. UCLA is back on top of the women's basketball world.
It was a one-sided finish to